lazy. Hello, Steve, Canadian Sasquatch, coming at you with another Mead Monday. That's right, we're doing it again. How is everybody doing today? Everybody doing well? Awesome. Before we get into things, just a reminder to the Houston area folks, I am still selling off a bunch of my homebrew gear. Not because I'm getting out of brewing. I'm still going to be brewing, just not really anytime soon right now. Just selling it off to make space. And if we have to move, then it'd be a lot less stuff to move. Also, the money would be nice since I'm not working. And once I am working again, the whole plan is to upgrade my gear. So, and this was something that I wanted to start doing at the beginning of the year. I just hadn't gotten around to it. And right now is a great time for me to start going through all this. So not getting out of brewing, killing that myth right now. Just unpause until I can get new stuff and start getting back into all that. Also, as always, Mead methodologies, my shirts down in the CSB store, along with all the other mead making paraphernalia and other people's books and stuff, linked to the CSB store down below. And now to get on with it. Enough with that nonsense. Let's just get into it. Today, I'll be giving you guys 7 tips of the lazy homebrewer, because lazy. Tip number 1, cleaning bottles. Cleaning bottles is a pain in the ass. So is that noise in the background, but we're getting through it. The easiest way to clean bottles is to get you a tub, much like this. Nice, deep, big size. I believe it's a 20-gallon tub. Fill it full of water, fill it full of PBW, put your bottles in there, and you can soak it for a couple of hours, days, months, and they get nice and clean. The labels come off, the gunk inside comes out. It's really easy. Now the trick here is to PBW. I know a lot of people like to use OxyClean. The issue with OxyClean is it will precipitate out the minerals that are in your water and leave your bottles hazy. And that haze is a lovely playground for the various bacterial and bugs that might want to hide. So you can never really sanitize that correctly. So stay away from the OxyClean if you're going to be soaking things for more than a day. Sodium percarbonate I've never used. I know a lot of people use it. I would say that it would be okay to let things soak in it for extended periods of time, simply because it doesn't have the stuff in it that precipitates out the minerals, since it's a pure thing, which is one of the main ingredients in PBW as well. So yeah, so tub, water, PBW, maybe sodium percarbonate, and clean bottles. Tip number 2 for you guys is to brew big, sugary, high ABV beverages. The higher the sugar, the higher the ABV, the longer it can age. So that means you can leave it in the carboy for years and you don't have to worry about it. Just leave it on the shelf. Something I did with this guy here, my blood orange marmalade melomel, big sugars, marmalade, big ABV, 16.9%. I left it in the carboy for a couple of years. It's been in the bottle for a couple of years. This is a 2014 beverage. Yeah, just the bigger the ABV, the bigger the sugars, the less you have to worry about it ever. So just make them big. Tip number 3, get you a tub like this, right here. It's a nice, fairly deep tub. They're known as busboy tubs because these are the kind of things that you see that the people bussing tables at restaurants will be using. They put all the dishes in there and they bus them around. Well, the same thing with this guy right here. It's great for putting your bottles in here when you're about to fill them, because it'll catch the mess when you overflow the bottles. because you will overfill those bottles, won't you? We all do it. So yeah, this tub is great for that. It's also great for filling it full of sanitizer so you can sanitize all your stuff that you're about to use, your siphons, your hoses, your bits and bobs and doohickeys can all go in there and be sanitized while quick and easy in this tub. Tip number 4, speaking of sanitizing, 5 gallons of distilled water plus Star San, store it in a plastic carboy. This is a 6.5 gallon plastic carboy, nice big mouth on top. That way you have 5 gallons of Star San ready to use at all times. You don't have to make those small batches every time you're about to do something. You just take it out of here. You can dump this into the plastic tub as mentioned. You can siphon this into another carboy that you need to sanitize. So yeah, 5 gallons, distilled water, Star San, good to go. And you want to use distilled water because that way there's nothing in the water that can make the Star San lose its value over many, many months. I do it this way. It has always been good for me up to, like, I've done it for up to 8 months, just storing it in this carboy. So there you go. Tip number 5, fast racks. These things are great, but they're not great for drying. Why that is? It's because you put the bottle down here, the neck goes down there, and in humid climates, the water will pool up down there and not actually dry. They will mold. So you end up with moldy bottles. So not so great for drying. But what they are great for is when you're bottling, you sanitize your bottles, put your bottles on here, upside down, they'll drain, you'll have less sanitizer inside of them, less liquid inside of them. So when you put your tasty beverage inside of them, they are going to stay mostly tasty instead of a little bit of sanitizer or water to water them down. So fast racks are great for pre-bottling, not so great for actually drying. Tip number 6, when you're racking or bottling your beverages, you end up with that sludge on the bottom, which still has some tasty beverage. Get you a wine bottle, pour the rest of it into here, stick the wine bottle in the fridge, it will cold crash, put all the sludge at the bottom, and you'll be left with the tasty beverage up top that you can pour back into whatever container you're racking into later. Or personally, I just pour it into a glass and drink it right then and there, because tasty beverage, even if it's not ready, it's still a tasty beverage. So tall skinny bottles, rack the sludge into it, cold crash it, good to go. What? The faster you fold shirts, the more time you have for being lazy. And with that, my friends, we're done. Hope you all enjoyed the video, maybe learned something. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If not, you can give me a thumbs down, but let me know why you're giving me a thumbs down so I can turn that thumbs down into a thumbs up in the future. Also, if you have not yet subscribed, I invite you to do that. The subscribe button's down there. Just hit that subscribe button, and while you're down there hitting that subscribe button, give me the thumbs up. Might as well ring that bell so you'll be notified in the future when my videos come out. And lastly, these Mead Mondays would not happen without you guys. So once again, thank you guys for all your questions. Hit me up with more questions in the comments down below so we can keep these Mead Mondays rolling for you guys. It's a lot of fun doing this. I really enjoy it. I really like the community that we have going on here, the conversations that we have going back and forth about what you guys are doing, what I'm doing. Everybody's got such great information. Let's just keep it going. Questions down below, comments down below. Let's keep it going. And that's it. So y'all be sure to have a pint of awesome. I know I will. It's water. I drank a lot last night, so water today. But you guys be sure to have a pint of awesome. And I know I will later. So cheers, everybody.